general financial product advice warning. So NP Financials, NPF or NP Pty, NP Financials Pty Limited, all advises all service recipients of the following. This information is provided only on general financial product advice basis. This is only educational in nature. Trading securities, derivatives, CFDs, foreign exchange contracts can be risky and is not suitable for all. So I would allow you to give you another 10 seconds to go through this, please. And when you are done, let me know. All done? Fantastic. That is a stand. There was a standing request from us every time that you should send your questions before the monthly class. Yeah. So that is a standing request which we always do. And but we have an experience that just before the class you send your questions if it is there. That's human mentality. Human as such are very lazy in in behavior, so that's fine. And those of you who don't know these people, I would advise you to know these people very personally. They are extremely good people. This is a Jim Roger, and they are all living. I don't know about this, but Jim Roger is the best of the best, legendary living commodity trader who had made billions out of only commodity trading. And we are extremely big on commodity trading as well. So he is Jim Roger, and anyone who wants to know about commodity trading actually can go to our talk to us, um, or read here what about commodity trading here, what is commodity trading, what we deal commodity trading, and so on and so forth. The other one is a Paul Tudor Jones. This is a perfect technical trader, exactly like us. Paul has exactly started with like us, and he is one thing which needs to be talked about. Paul is he thinks that if the market is above 200-day moving average, if the market is above 200-day moving average, then it is up. If the market is down 200 moving average, it is down. We also believe this, but he is an extreme big believer of this. And from that I can think that you can see above 200, this is a 200 period moving average on any instrument whatsoever in a daily chart. So in a daily chart, and then about 200. If you see those of you who are starting pro real time for the first 1 month or 1 week, if you see a truncated 200 moving average, it is because you have restricted the units here. So please click on these units and increase these units to maybe 10,000. Then you will see the moving average actually stretched to whatever it can from 1988. So this is the 200-day moving average, and that was Paul. And after that, this is another legendary living. He is also living, and he's also living now. Legendary forex trader. So his commodity, he's for forex, mainly forex, and others also commodity and shares. This fellow is what is his name? Anyone? Nishanti? This George Soros, fantastic, Valinda. Thanks for that. at times I for at times I forgot my mentors. I have never these five of them. These five of them are my mentors. I have never met them. They will possibly not meet me as well. But I have read about them many books, and their biography and their analysis of the market, and their more importantly is the approach they have. Because if he is a billion-dollar trader technical, he is billion-dollar trader technical. Why can't we? We can place our picture here, and why can't we? This reminder will help us to build the subconscious awareness that yes, we can. So George Soros himself, he's basically from Hungary, and then moved to London. I think now is in United States. He is the one person, only one person, as Mahatma Gandhi said, it takes one person to change the entire world. He actually not changed the entire world. He actually dethroned the Bank of England from their understanding of the concept or the appreciation or depreciation of GBP USD. So in that bet against the Reserve Bank of England, um, and he bet against them, and he won in one trade $1 billion. This fellow, legendary, and this fellow is called ICHAN. He is also, I think, the biggest share trader. Again, technical. All of them are technical traders, except this fellow. He said, "I'm not a trader. I'm an investor." But all of these are traders. And Carl Icahn is running is possibly the biggest fund in the entire world. I think so. Yeah, the biggest or the second biggest. He is extremely big in shares. And from COVID, after the COVID correction, the COVID correction in May, like this fellow, he had actually invested some uh, $1 billion in share market in one day. So that's tremendous. And this fellow is Williams. This fellow is very old. I think this all the technical analysis starts possibly with this fellow, and he did that challenge with his friend, who was extremely close friends, and they he thought that traders can be trained, and his friend thought traders are born, they cannot be trained. They took a challenge of $20 million in 1920, that time, yeah. And they started a concept called, now it is known as, all of you possibly know, turtle trading, TURTLE trading. Why turtle? Because in Singapore, most of you know, they actually cultivate turtle. Do you know this? Yeah, most of the houses in Singapore actually call them. Yeah, who said yes? Arindam, yeah, can share your experience, yeah. Isn't it? Yeah, yeah. That was Ronak. No, it is a false statement, Arindam. Harry Corona, don't confuse. Unbelievable. Arindam and me are known to each other for last, I think, 30 years. I walked in. And we worked in a company called Siemens. We used to call, we are from Siemens. Yeah, so Siemens, we worked together for 10 years. All right, so this fellow told, and one of our friends, Subhadeep, is in Singapore, isn't it, Arindam? Yeah, Subhadeep must be cultivating turtles now. Not yet. Can get it. All right. Ultimately, they started turtle trading. Turtle trading is extremely simple. They instead of 200, what they say, that if an instrument is going beyond the beyond the 40 days high, then they will buy. 40 days high, they will buy. So what they did, we how to know that 40 days phenomenon? We can go here and go to indicator. This is very interesting because we are traders. I love all of them. Actually, Paul Tudor Jones and George Soros and Jim Rogers. I can't. If I am allowed to talk about them, I possibly can talk about 5 6 hours individually about them. So turtle trading. How to know that? Go to Don Chian, another fellow, Don Chian channel. Go to Donchian channel and do this 40. So what does it do? Before putting any indicator, we need to know what is it. So Donchian channel, or the 40 number periods NBR, number periods day, 40 days, 40 number means 40 days. So it will actually show the 40th high of any instrument at any point of time. So we are supposing we are here. Supposing we were here. We were here. we are here. And Don Chian, one of our technical analyst, says that if this is the 40-day, that was the 40-day, the high, 40 bars average highest. So if, from here to here maybe 40, from here to here maybe 40 bars. So this was the highest. How to know that this is 40 bars highest is go to your this fellow and then go to whatever software you're using, scale, and then possibly if from here to here you can count it is 47 bars, isn't it? 47 bars. So you go here up to 40, 40, 40, 40 bars. Yeah, 40 bars, and you see that this was the highest, the 40 bars, as simple as that. So that they took a challenge of selecting for, again this, I think they have selected 240 traders, both of them, to join their institutions, and they trained them with this concept. They did not actually divulge this concept till 30 years, but when they were trained, only 25 of them were trained because others failed. They actually, the fellow who failed actually exploded their whatever allotted amount, maybe $20,000 or 50,000. They burnt out that amount because of nothing but because of indiscipline. Yeah. So they introduced and they used this concept way back in 1920, and they trained, out of those 20 ultimate traders who were trained, many of them turned $20,000 into $2 million. So they bought here, and they continue. So this was a very, very good concept till many, many, many years after they introduced this, and that is why they are known. So look at this, from simple concept from here to there, turtle trading. Yeah, all good. So they and that is them, and yeah. So you must have some mentors in I don't, 40, 40. Yeah, 40 days. They bought. Yeah, they bought. They bought when price is hitting the 40-day high, like here. They bought, and they keep on holding. They added. Yeah, not that is the keep on holding is number one, and yeah, and number two, they keep on adding when it is touching the next 40 days. So the next 40-day touched here, isn't it? They added one more, add one more, add one more, add one more, add. Look at the strength of their nerves of adding so many trades in a company funded account, and making money. Yeah. So that was an excellent concept. Nowadays people may be using, may not be using, but up to them to use or not. But that was him, and he actually won the challenge that traders can be trained. With that belief, that we have started our trader training institutions. All right, any questions up to this point? All good. I think you asked a question, isn't it? Nasir is Nasir asked a question that I'll take this out up to the next screen. Nasir asked a question is the one of the best way we as a company actually grow is through the best way, I love it, is word of mouth. And through word of mouth we grow. That is one of the biggest thing, because people who are coming to us stay with us, possibly they get something from us, they stay with us for 4 5 years. So from this concept of word of mouth, thanks to Nasir, thank you very much. I really appreciate your effort. Nasir actually introduced Atik, and then he asked, is Atik in the class? Answer to that question, Nasir, is not yet, because Atik is only uh, less than 1 month old. So we introduce people to this monthly class only after they completed at least 2 3 months. Two and two, yeah, that's why, Nasir. Did I answer your question, Nasir? Fantastic. Brilliant. All right. So I have spoken for last 18 minutes. I'll stop. I'll wait for you to speak and ask your first question.
It's not a question as such, but
Go.
just continuing from what you were discussing regarding the trade ideas and everything.
Mhm,
I was thinking a couple of things. Say, what if this is only if everyone's happy with it,
mhm,
but what if we sort of start something like a NP Financial sort of a WhatsApp group
mhm,
where people can going to go about it, we sort of some people might be able to sort of learn something out of it, or if potentially someone might have not seen a particular trend, they can sort of jump in and say, look, by the way, did you notice this head and shoulder pattern forming? Did you consider this? You know, something like that. Um, and secondly, I was thinking maybe say this monthly sessions that we do, um, can we sort of a target or not a target, but can we sort of say take one instrument from a particular, say one index or one forex pair, and see the possible setups that can happen in Monday or sort of next week or for next month or something like that.
Excellent ideas, Ronak. Absolutely brilliant. I'm 100% with you on these two ideas, but I'll ask the group what they think individually about the first suggestion about creating a WhatsApp group. Group, please. Right, right. Yes, or Nishanti said good idea. She already wrote. Please, yeah,
Yeah,
go.
it's a
Yeah,
good idea. Let's,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's
it's
okay.
good.
Fantastic, excellent. Marty, what do you think? You want to put any? You want to add anything? Whatever we have said regarding
Um,
mentor or WhatsApp group, anything?
I have no problems with it at all. I'm quite happy. It's all good.
Fantastic, brilliant. All right, so that is what that will start after this the meeting today. I will start. I'll be the moderator, and then I'll start the group, and then excellent. We'll grow with this. But the only thing possibly request to all of you is please participate. There is no wrong or right comment in
Yes,
trading.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
nothing,
Yeah.
absolutely nothing. And you always say that please do not suffer in silence, please ask questions. Yeah, the more questions you ask, the more better it would be the learning process. It is fantastic, brilliant idea. I'll do that. And please only one thing is that please participate and please write. And please don't think that if you are not getting a response within 1 minute or 5 minutes, that's what we wait for. um, mm, if I'm liked to someone's, if I commented, and if he's not liking my comment, I'll feel like I'll go and die in by next 5 minutes. Unbelievable. That's our patience level thanks to social media. But be please patience, and we definitely reply within 1 or 2 days. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
let's get started
Yes.
here.
Yeah, excellent,
I have a
brilliant.
stupid question probably.
Go.
Uh,
No question is stupid, man. Yeah, go.
yeah, what the your trade ideas, whatever you publish. Now, with your broker to participate, start participating. Those those are the instruments the broker what you are recommended in Australia. He handles all those instruments, right? Uh, so, what is the simplest way to get started with that? What is the minimum thing that Australian broker will need to get an account done and all these things? Can you think of that?
Yeah, very good question. I would say to do trade, we need a broker, and because we are trader, we need to have a broker. And one thing at NP Financials which we have our own preferred broker. Being in trading business for so long, we have tried everyone, and we found that one a broker called Go Markets. Go Market is possibly the one of the, and you can find it not in blog. We have removed we have removed that section in the new design. It is in the About Us place. Please go to the About. And those of you already before I go to that, Marty, your suggestion is somewhat implemented, not the good way, best way, but somewhat is implemented here. Marty, related to Arindam's question, I'll answer that in 100%. Related, before I forget, related to Arindam's question of trade ideas and brokers requirement, Marty suggested that why don't we put a chart along with the numbers which is there in the home page. So we have gone, we listen, we try to listen 100% of all of your feedbacks. Marty, this is what we could do that. And Pua, this is not from me, this is Pua. He told me that Partho, why you want to show everything? Hide that. Let us hide this and see how people are getting interest, and then we can unhide this. What do you think, Marty?
Well, that's a concept I never thought about, but seems good to me.
Yeah,
He's
good.
the expert.
Yeah, 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 true. I like this concept of the, yeah, hide and seek. That's good.
It should be like them expensive cars like Bentley and everything. You
Yeah.
can never see
Isn't it? Absolutely true. Brilliant. Excellent. Very nice. And coming back to Arindam's question, yeah, go market. Why go market? Why not ABCD? Why not XYZ? I told you many times, but again, I would tell one more time. This go market selection is based on a concept called win-win-win situations. Apart from this, all these technicals, I'm not going into it. You can read zero pips, oldest operator, blah blah blah, APSL numbers controlled by ASIC, blah blah blah. You can read the first thing which came to my mind, our mind, when we started this concept is we should have a win-win-win situation. In that case, what does it mean? Any broker, XYZ or Go Markets or ABC, they, what is their business model? They get the they give you the data first, give and then take. They give you the data for, and they have their own data providers. It is a plural, it is a plural number, so it is the data providers. That means what they 10 or 10, they will be having something around 6 to 10 data providers. If someone fails, they get a continuity. That's why they will be having data providers like Deutsche Bank, Citibank, HSBC, blah blah blah, Barclays. They are the data providers to these brokers. So they data providers charge Go Market. So Go Markets in turn charge us. That is their business model. And I am let me tell you the disclaimer here. No, not a single broker is our friend. Not a single broker is our enemy. But having said that, those of you who are already a very successful businessmen like Arindam Man, businesswoman, Arindam Sen like business and entrepreneur, Nishanti, and businessmen like Ronak in our group, we are very fortunate to have a lovely group. Already know that no profit, no business is possibly running without profit. So all of us are trying to make money. So that the only many advantages which we have with Go Markets is we have a tremendous relationship with three, at least three senior directors in that company. It's a big company, it's the oldest one. So that's the rapport with the senior directors has helped us a lot. That is number one. That is actually number two. Number one is win-win-win situation. So how do we all, our clients, number one, we at a company, number two, and Go Markets, number three. So all the brokers charge us commissions, aren't they?
Yeah.
So supposing, for example, we are living for we are trading for living, and we are brokers is charging $1,000 commissions. If you add those 25 cents and $1, it will possibly go up to $500 and $1,000. I hope you are maintaining all the journal entries of how much you are paying in swaps, how much you are paying in commissions and all things. Supposing, for example, let us plug a number called 1,000 to for better understanding. In a month, Go Market is charging, ABCD broker is charging, XYZ is charging $1,000 in a month. So Go Market, having said that, we have a small disclaimer which you cannot read unless and until I highlight. NP Financials may be compensated by brokers due to promotional activities. Because we promote Go Market in our website and we talk a lot about them, so they compensate us by 1,000. From $1,000 they will give us possibly $400 at the end of the quarter, not month, quarter, if you are doing $1,000. Out of the $400, we, depending on your tier of trading, that means frequency of trading, we may decide, or not decide, it's already laid down in black and white, that either we can give you $100, $150, even go up to go to give you $200 or $250 out of that $400. Yeah. So that is, you are winning $200, we are winning $200, Go Market is winning $200, and the data provider is winning $400. Is it clear?
Yep.
So that is how we all of us do a business in a trading. All right. The broker do not. There is a misconception that the brokers do business to hunt your stop loss and hit your stop loss. How many of you have heard this?
Yeah, it's out there.
Isn't it?
It's out there.
What is your thinking on that, Ronak? What have you heard?
Oh, it's just like the information get passed on to the big players, and that's how you get stopped out, and that's how they sort of the big players generate the liquidity for their own trades. So yeah, stories like that.
Any fantastic, very good. Anyone else had heard anything? No, yeah. Let me tell you. As I told you, we have excellent personal relationship with three of their senior directors, and being in this business for last 12 years, we have understood one concept that every broker is having A, B, C books. So they have three books: A, B, and C. C Brooks are unfortunately those name of the clients who are losing 85% of the time. So that is a very high number. If Go Market is having 50,000 clients across Australia, that will be 40,000 listed in the C book. Yeah, that is how this business. B, those who are possibly winning more than losing, they are in the B group. And C, those who are extremely professional and they are winning extremely high 85% of the time and losing less. So Go Market or any broker, let me tell you, will not touch the B group and the C group because they are not making any money. Yeah, and in the process they are actually funding their brokers commission. So but why we are getting trained? Because we want to be in that A group, isn't it? Yeah. So again in A group, if our account is $20,000, $50,000, they will not touch us. They will not talk. But if we are an account with $1 million or $500,000 or even $250,000, they will start talking to us. So forget about stop hunting and all those things. There's nothing out of anything like that. Yeah, stop hunting is a concept of the losers, those who cannot manage their risk. Say that it is a stop hunting concept there. Now coming back to the question of Arindam is how much money it needs to trade any asset class. I would say you can start as small as anyone can start as small as $200 thanks to the leverage. $200 per asset class, but I would say $1,000 is the minimum, although I said 200, that is fact, but I would say at $1,000 is a good amount to start any asset class. So we trade five asset classes: Forex, shares, commodity, bonds, indices. Bonds and indices are the same, cryptocurrencies. So $5,000. If you have $5,000, anything between $5,000 to any $5 million, whatever, you can actually start. And what is this $5,000? This is the money which you can afford to lose. Is it clear? Trading always starts with the money we can afford to lose, my dear friend. But in that also, are you going to lose $5,000 in one night? Not at all, because we follow our stringent money and risk management trading rules to achieve robust performance in different market conditions. This is extremely important. If we have $5,000, we can actually maximum we can lose if you're taking five trades, $250, or in one trade $50, isn't it? So, Arindam, the answer to that question is $5,000 for five asset class, $1,000 for one asset class. Is it? Did I answer your question?
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, I'll talk to you offline on that.
Okay.
Basically, I just trying to see that I keep on seeing your trade ideas and outcomes,
Hmm.
which is impressive. Like
Hmm.
last 2 months, 3 months,
Mhm.
seriously, there is 70% plus success,
Hmm.
which is good. So I just want to get started with this assets other
Hmm.
than the Indian assets what I
Hmm.
started following now. I'm
Hmm.
not trading yet.
Hmm.
So just because these are like your qualified ideas. Obviously, you have why not follow them to try it out something,
Absolutely correct.
something out of it.
Absolutely correct. When something has been proven for last 56 months, so why not try?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a very good concept. Yeah, that's very good. Any
For
other?
only one person, so that mistakes are only 1%.
Yeah,
That is very important. I heard
yeah.
from one of my friends, if you're following advice, don't take advice from 3%.
Hmm.
You might get all the three wrong advices together.
Yeah, true. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yeah. Yeah. Next question, please.
Can I ask one more stupid question?
Yeah, go, go, go.
So, what is the fundamental difference between an intraday and a little longer duration trade? What you see and what you don't see, and what you consider as important for intraday, and what you consider when you're doing end of day trade for it? Is it a fortnight view or a week view or a month view or a longer view?
Fantastic question, brilliant. All right. So to answer this question is, what is the difference between intraday and end of day or any other time frame? Which we are to answer this question, we actually trade, I think, four or five different time frames. And what are they? What are they? We do end of day or end of today. And my friend Marty has introduced end of week, isn't it, Marty?
Yes, but I'm slowly getting swung towards end of day as well.
Fantastic. Yep. So we started 10 years back with end of day, but with the feedback from clients that possibly end of day can be noisy and we are not getting time. So we introduced a concept called end of two day, which is 48 hours. So what is the starting point? 48 hours, end of two day, number one, and end of day 24 hours. End of day means once in a day the market closes, so that is the end of day. So this is end of day, once a day. Every bar is one day, so this is 28 September, 29 September, 30th September, 1st October. And who bought here?
We did.
We did. And and Paul did. Who is Paul? Yes. See, Paul buying here, we bought. Paul buying here, we bought. Before Paul also, we started buying here. 200 is such a beast. Unbelievable. In one day, 200 Paul buying and every universe and every professional buying. He did a crack of 190 pips. It did a snapback of 770 pips. Are you with me? Only because of this 200. All right. So end of day or end of 2 days, so which is 48 hours. So we have in 48 hours 2 days, once in a 2 day. Those of you who are extremely committed to their 9 to 5 jobs can do. Ironically, the 48 2 days is also having the same point 200 here. Can you believe? 2 day 200 is equal to 1 day how much? Any mathematician?
You pay 200.
Hmm. Is 1 day how much?
Should be 100.
100?
400. Because 4
Yeah, yeah.
we all are mathematician, isn't it? So 40 400 divided by 2 is 200, isn't it? quick check quick check. If I go to daily, and this is the 200, I go to here setting price and then add indicators, moving average, MOV, and then put it moving average here, and then I make it 400. 400. Yeah, where is it? So it is actually not matching, isn't it? So even if technically for 1 day 400 is equal to 2 days of 200, but it is not matching. All right. So nothing is 100% in trading. All right. So let's go to that and 2 days. So in 2 days, we have another 48 hours concept. We take one trade in a 2 day chart, and then we'll go to another hours, which is we actually prefer very much, is the 12 hour. Why 12 hour? Because if we miss the morning, for example, if we miss the morning, morning is 9 o'clock. These are all Melbourne time, 9 o'clock. Then at least we are 9 p.m. Everyone is at home, isn't it? Anyone? Not? Oh, yeah. Everyone in their respective places, 9 p.m. they are at home, or 11 p.m. In daylight savings from today, they are at home. So we took that advantage of being at home to help them. So if you are missing 9 o'clock, don't worry, be happy, and 200 is there for you. And this is 9 p.m., isn't it? All right, so that is 12 hour. This is the third time frame we trade, and when you are going time challenge to time reach, then we request you to please come every 4 hours and see the trade possibilities. So we go to 4 hours. So now here, from here on, I'll understand. I'm actually answering his question or in his question, but again, from here on it will be more. So the difference between end of day and 4 hour and intraday, which will come in a minute, is for end of day we strive, we keep our trades open for a maximum of 23 days, from first of any month to last of any month, end of any month. So that is 23 days duration, any trade for one day. For 12 hours, same thing, we can actually hold, depending on the situation, we can actually hold it for 23 days, that means 1 month. But for 4 hour, the difference being, for 4 hour we only hold up to 1 week, Monday to Friday. Before going to bed, we have a rule in our 4 hour trading. We have a rule in our 4 hour trading, that for our trading here, that you have to close the trade before you go to bed on Friday. So that is more possibly 9 or 11, whatever it is. So we start with end of day, beginners, forex beginners, and then go to advanced 12 hour, and then go to professional 4 hour. Commodity trading, we don't do that. Commodity trading and share trading, we do end of day and 2 day, end of 2 day. So these are the and apart from this, when you have really trading well, and you are passionate about trading well, and this continue this business, and close all other business, or leave your job as we did, then we introduce you to the concept called candlestick charting, or Fibonacci trading, and most importantly, concept called also we have cryptocurrency trading, but this is again 1 day or 2 day. And then we have a concept called intraday trading. All right. So now we have decided, we have resigned, and we have sold our business, or at least we are trying for next 6 months, along with the business, along with the job. We have taken some long service leave, or whatever it is. Now we are doing, let us try this intraday trading in from now on for next 6 months, to see how much, why we are doing all these things at the end of day, 2 day, for 12 hour, 4 hour, because to get more and more opportunities. End of day possibly can generate minimum 8 trades per month, 8 instruments, one trade per one trade per instrument. So it can generate 8 trades for that end of day. And then 12 hourly can generate anything between 16 to 25 trades per month. So this strategy will generate average 18 trades per average. So we are getting more opportunities. And the 4 hourly, including the, can generate actually 25 trades per month. That is the basic purpose. Because if when we are falling in love with trading, and we are full devoting ourselves full time, then we'll get bored if we are not getting opportunities. Then what we do, then what people do, not only us, every people, if he's not a very controlled person, then possibly he will uh, start cooking the trade. How many of you honestly cook a trade? Cook a trade means, if there is no opportunity, I'll create an opportunity. How many of you?
I do.
Yes, honest. Very.
Definitely, it is
Yeah.
what it is. I mean, it's uh, the way you think is, I'm sitting in front of a computer for like 5 6 hours, and if I'm not going to make any money, might as well book a trade and try to get something out of it, and
Yeah.
that's where you stuff up. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely correct. We all try to cook a trade only when we are not getting enough opportunities. So that describes the introduction of lesser time frames, 12 hours and 4 hours. Now coming to intraday trading, because we have decided that trading is our bread and butter, and then we'll go to lesser time, end of day. End of trade trading means, as we 4 hourly trades, we open a trade on Monday, Tuesday, maximum Wednesday one trade, we close every trade on Friday, again Monday, Tuesday, and the cycle continues. For intraday trading, similarly, we open a trade in the morning, and then we close the trade before the close of the market. So for example, if it is intraday trading, Ronak is doing now. So
ASX
to
and Nifty 50.
in SX and Nifty 50. Nifty 50 you are doing, Ronak, is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to. That it's a different beast. That thing. It has got a
Minds of it all. All right. So let us do this. What is the concept called? Um, Intraday trading. So in intraday trading, what we do in intraday trading, we do a time frame called a combined time frame called 15 minutes and 5 minutes. So 15 minutes and 5 minutes. So we see a bar chart as in front of you, 15 minutes chart for the instrument called ASX 200 from the time called 9:50 in the morning. So we those of us who are coming and sitting in front of the computer from 9:40 9:30, and this is 9:30 and this is 9:45. So every day opportunity comes more often than not between 9:50 9:50 to 10:15. So within half an hour, this is the brilliant aspect of trading in intraday is within half an hour through our strategy through us, because this is a small laptop I'm using because the big one is giving me a problem. I cannot see show you exact strategies based this thing, but any all said and done. So
Again, I've got the chart open.
okay, can you share
Yeah, I don't mind.
please? So I'll stop presenting. Thanks Ronak, you saved my life.
Anytime.
I have stopped presenting. You please bring your end.
You do the talking though.
Yeah. I'll do it. But you also you are doing fantastic, brilliant in such a less time. Anyone, everyone can see Ronak's screen now.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yep.
Go Ronak.
Yeah, so that's basically your intraday chart, what we call it. The instrument is here, which is the ASX 200, and I've got the India 50 as well. Yeah, so basically the way the indicator, not the indicator, but the way the whole system works is basically, say for example, Friday, 1st of October, um,
To your left.
or we'll go say, all right, so um, this is your 9 o'clock. This is where your day is starting, 9:15. Um, and basically the whole idea is so you wait for the colors, the histograms to match on all the time frames. So you have 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, and 1 day. That basically tells you the momentum of the trend, whether up or down. Blue resembles uptrend, red is down. And yeah, then you just follow. So you put your, say hypothetically, if this is the candle where it's showing all the candle, all the histograms as red, on the bottom here, on the bottom left corner, where you see L stop and S stop, those are your take profits and the stop losses. You put that in your MT4 or whatever broker you're using, Go Market, and yeah, then just wait and relax. Either you'll take the profit or you'll hit the stop loss.
Fantastic, brilliant. Anyone having any questions to Ronak?
So this was the index that we were trading, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and just to add on, which possibly Ronak has not started yet, we do one index in the morning and one index in the afternoon, possibly. Nifty 50 starts
Yeah,
our
no, it started at 2 o'clock.
2
Yeah,
o'clock,
1:45.
1:45. So 9:50 ASX done and dusted within 10:15 or 10:30 or 11. So 1 hour. And then Nifty 1:45 to 45. And then we obviously trade sterling one forex in our Australian time, which is 6 p.m. But in India it would be 1:30 or 2:30, depending on the daylight saving. So we trade one index or two indices maximum and one forex, maximum three instruments in intraday trading. To answer your question, Arinda.
So intraday, typically you will not target a specific equity or something like that. It's too risky.
Yes, Yes, equity we do not do because we in intraday equity is a nightmare. When I will share my screen after this, let this screen be there for some time. Ronak, please. When I go to equity to answer this question, it will be a nightmare to do that because equity, all said and done, the one which you can make money in intraday actually moved much before you can catch, unless and until you are putting a trade just before the close of the market, which is 4 o'clock in Australia time. Yeah, so that's why, because of the gap it creates, we don't trade equity, and we don't advise anyone to talk trade equities. But sometime
Basically, end of day you will trade that and you'll see for the next 4 5 days the weekly.
that's correct. End of day or end of 2 day. That's correct. Yeah. Any other question to Rona, please?
Now,
Sri.
so this chart is like it gives you a chart of like trend of three different time intervals together in the histogram, right?
Four.
Yes, five actually. So it's 15, 5, 1, 4, and 1 day.
Where are those
You have,
five? Unable to see that. Can you just put
so
it back?
that's your 5 minutes time frame.
Okay.
Go to
This
the
one,
time. Go to the time top, Ronak.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was
Yeah.
not seeing that. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
yep.
I got
So
it.
that's where all the
15,
timings,
5, 1 day, then
then
you have
4
4
hours,
hours and
and
1 hour.
that's your 1 day and 1 hour. Yeah. So
So
the other thing you can, I don't know what you guys are doing, but the other thing you need to consider, look, there are rules to this. All you have to do is, if someone like me can do it, anyone can, is just follow the rules basically. I know, say when I've done, I don't know, 150 odd back testing to it, different story. The nerves is different, your mindset is different. The day I took the first trade live, it was a different ball game. It's like I don't know. It's like, yeah, proposing a girl for the first time. Your nerves are out of control. You don't know what you're doing at times, even though you have studied everything, you've gone through it. You know that okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. But when that market opens, yeah, you'll be shaking. So it's important to sort of follow the rules. I have lost sort of few trades on it, but those totally silly of me to actually even go for that trade. So it's one of those things. So all I would say is just simply follow the rules. What Partha will sort of um, tell you about, and most of the time you will be all right, unless you're like me.
Thank you so very much for the disciplined comment you made. I always say this: follow the rule till you are a master. So to bend the rule, till you are a master to bend the rule and have your own rule, please follow the rule, because no need to reinvent the wheel, because it has been already done with 30,000 hours of research and development. That's fantastic statement, Ronak, absolutely. And he agreed that with his 150 backtesting, when he was we would say that the state of um, risklessness, people go and people become risklessness, and they cook their trade and then take their trade with bending the rule in the very first day they go live, or seventh day after 6 days of live trading with profit. So that's a human character, that I know everything. Please, please, please don't do that. Only follow the rule. And that was, you heard it from Ronak. Thanks, Ronak, for that.
All good.
Very well explained. Shri, you had specifically asked us to discuss intraday trading. Can you pose your question to Rona, please, or me, or anyone?
Yeah. So here you are not referring to any of the monthly pivots, sorry, weekly pivots.
Yes, you have to consider, you just can't blindly go
Mm,
with the histograms. You will
mm,
still, as a part of your intraday training, you will be trained to look for the trends. You know your supports, your resistance,
mm,
everything. Say for example, um, this bar here. All right,
mm.
it's at 12 o'clock. All of them are showing blue, but it's at the support, and what we do is we don't sort of buy at the support as
Sorry,
you know,
sell.
sell at the support.
Hmm.
So obviously for me to go short over here will be asking for disaster. So I would sort of wait for it to sort of bounce back from that support and see what it does for next 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, and then make a trade. So um, this the chart here, the indicators and everything is for you as a work as a confirmation of what you have learned. So if everything matches, only then you take the trade. If one thing goes out of the line, you just hold back unless you have extra money to spend. Different story.
Okay, could you show me the first entry?
So
Go to
in
a Monday or something like that. So
yeah,
where we,
Friday was off. I didn't took any trade on
yeah, because
Friday,
there was
neither
no
on
trade. Yeah,
ASX
there was no
or on
trade.
Nifty 50.
That's
It was
correct.
just way too choppy.
Yeah, so a valid trade maybe Monday or
Yeah.
So probably this one here. The other thing I can do is probably I'll show you the trade that I took and
If you don't
get
mind, yeah.
good results out of it. So the
Could you
account.
could you could you check on the 9 o'clock thing?
So,
Yeah,
say
that's the one.
30th September. Usually you want to do whatever you do after sort of the 9:50, 10 o'clock thing, just for the fact that there is too much noise, the market will be bouncy as anything.
Yeah,
Um, say, for example, this one here.
yes.
All right.
yeah,
Um, so 10 o'clock is a good candle that you can see that it's jumping off the pivot of the daily.
yeah.
Um, the
So
15 minutes histogram is blue. The 5 minutes histogram is blue. The 1 hour I'll show you will be, and usually you want to do it on the first blue or red candle of the day. So for us, 9:45 is the start. So this red candle wasn't adding up. Blue is the one, 10 o'clock, it's adding up. And if you see across the whole chart, all of the indicators are showing that the histogram is blue.
mhm, mm,
All right, so that means that I had taken this trade. Now on the corner, it will show you the L stop and S stop. So your S stop is the target, L stop is your stop loss. And then you put your trade in, and what was that, 7282? And we would have reached the target 7282 by 11:30. You're done and dusted.
Fantastic.
sorry, on the 5 minutes, is it the normal bars or they are range bars?
Range bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are the range bars.
Okay.
The other ones are all the candlesticks.
Okay. That one.
That's probably Partha knows the secret behind that. I don't.
There is no secret here. Just the secret is blue means more buyers are committed, controlling the market, eager to go long, and yeah, those are the four things which happening when a blue histogram is coming. Blue histograms or red histograms comes with a probability associated with. Nothing is 100% as we always say. So blue histograms comes with a probability of a higher success rate to go long because the buyers are getting committed, getting trying to control the market, and they are eager to move the market, and yeah, so those are the four things which is happening for a blue histogram with a higher probability. Similarly, the opposite for the red histogram to go short.
And to just to add on to that one, say it's up to again to individual. For me, if I'm having a good run, if I'm having a good trade, then I like to sort of continue that trade and see what it does. You play around with your stop losses. Say, for example, I would have reached the target here at 11:30, but what I did instead, because it was still showing blue on all the histograms, obviously, as Partha said, there is still the buying pressure. You keep on riding, your winners, unless you think that okay, this is where I'm getting the bit of resistance, so I waited for this candle to finish, I waited for
Mm,
this candle to finish, and
mm,
here is where I thought, nah, that's it, enough is enough now. So it has
okay.
tested a couple of times, 3 times. Obviously, yeah, the sellers are not going to let it pass that, so that's where I ended. Made good coin on that day. So yeah.
Did you check your stop loss in between?
Yeah. So you keep moving. So up to you if you want to leave it where it is, but I keep moving it, just so that in case if there is a reversal due to some reason, God forbid, you're not losing all your profit. You're still gonna have something, not something, at least 60-70% of what you already made.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the process, I would say.
Next question, Sri.
Yeah, next one is this below 1 hour chart. Is it a
Hmm.
high currency or a normal candlestick?
Normal candlestick.
Just candle.
So all these what is that 1 day and 4 hours and 1 hour, they're
Except for
all
the five
normal.
minutes. Yeah, they're all, yeah.
They're all normal candlesticks, not the
Yeah,
high candlestick.
candlesticks.
Okay.
Any other question?
Can I add something in, Partha?
Please, Marty. Marty, before you add something, let me bring your attention to the way Ronak taught for last 20 minutes. He's better than me, isn't it?
That's
Nah, nah,
hard to
you're
say,
best.
Partha. Hard to say.
Go, Marty, go. It's very humble of
Well,
you.
so what I can see in front of us is that what Partha does teach us with concepts of it can break one, but it cannot break two, is still
Hmm, hmm,
adherent to the
hmm,
smaller time frames.
Go for it, Marty. Explain it. Yeah.
Very much so. So
So
we can see this.
all
Hmm.
the NPF mantras are still valid for all the time frames.
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely correct.
the
Yeah.
concepts
Okay.
that we teach are still apparent here in the
Mm,
smaller time frames. Absolutely.
mm.
So there is one thing I'd like to ask Partha.
Hmm,
Is,
go for it.
so we were looking at your mentors earlier.
Hmm.
We have Paul Tudor Jones specifically.
Hmm.
He likes to trade in the direction of the 200 moving average.
Hmm.
So at what times and when would you specifically like to take a counter trend trade considering the 200 moving average?
That's a brilliant question. Everyone understood Marty's question?
No, no, sorry.
Marty, would you like to make it
Yeah,
a
it was just breaking up a bit. That's also couldn't really.
Oh, sorry guys. So we like to use the 200-day moving average as a guideline for which way we would like to trade. As with Paul Tudor Jones, we like to. He's one of the mentors of Partha, so that's one thing that I suppose we like to look at. And I'm wondering, at what point in time do we do a counter trend trade to the 200 moving average? If there is 3 or 4 or 5 tips we can take to consider such a trade.
brilliant question, Marty. I'll just repeat what Marty says. Marty says, according to Paul Tudor Jones, who is a legendary technical trader based on only primarily 200, simple. And one of our motto in trading is, if it is not simple, it is not working. I have taken it from Einstein. It is not my invention. Einstein says, if the concept is not simple, you you are not a good teacher. You cannot explain it. Yeah. So Marty is asking when we have to that is trend counter trend, trend counter trend, trend counter trend. T is trend and CT is counter trend. We break the counter trend. We don't want to say counter trend. We will break it to impulsive corrective, impulsive corrective, impulsive corrective. So above 200, when it is touching the 200. All right, Ronok, you want to add anything, or should I show my
No,
screen?
no, no. We'll stop it.
Anyone need to see any more on the intraday? Sri, did Ronok answer all questions?
Yeah, yeah, no, no, just on the intraday.
Yeah,
So basically, you are trading two indices and one forex.
that's
So the
correct.
forex you are choosing from 8 pairs. Yeah.
From 8 pairs, and that is GBP. That's not a secret. Most of the
Okay.
people hate GBP like Nishanti, and but we love GBP.
So I mean, you trade only GBP on intraday.
That's correct.
Is that
We are
okay?
extremely strict. We are extremely strict on our time frame, extremely strict in our money management, extremely strict on choosing the instrument.
Okay. Okay. And indices, it is only ASX,
Only
ASX,
ASX, and
and
you can go up to Nifty 50, which is doing
okay.
tremendously good.
It is on its head.
Okay. So okay, these are the only sorry, these are the only two instruments you are trading.
Yeah, less is more. I would prefer one index, one forex, but I'm thinking Ronak to include in NP Financial, so I'd go to two instruments and one forex.
Say like someone, Shri, like someone I read somewhere. where they said regarding trading, don't go broad, go deep. Um, Trade one, two, maybe three instruments, but do them so well that you don't need anything else. So
Okay.
those are the three I'm doing at the moment, and those are the three I will be doing for a long time.
Okay. Okay. No, no. Just this is
So
a
yeah,
question. I'm
always
not.
with yeah with everything,
Thank you.
go deep, not broad.
Good.
Any other questions, Sri?
Okay. So I mean, there is no question of selection here. Which forex pair you want to trade on that day.
We have already
There is no.
answered. We have already answered that
So,
question. Yeah,
so it is only GBP and ASX.
that's correct.
Okay.
That's where the
Good.
liquidity is.
Okay.
Any other question
I mean, for the time being, yes.
for intraday? For intraday, because Ronak is sharing this. Thanks, Ronak. Yeah, for Ronak is sharing this. So we need to be exhausted with the intraday questions. Yeah. Any questions, Sri?
Okay.
Send
So
it on
in
WhatsApp, Sri.
yeah, no problems. I'll do that. So even in the intraday, you are following all these patterns as well. Yeah.
Yes.
A double bottom,
Yes.
double top,
Yep.
head and shoulder,
Yep.
everything.
Exactly the same.
Look at the double bottom run from 11:05 29th of September in the 5 minutes chart. Ronak, can you please point to that? 5 minutes chart, first blue histogram after the red. Yeah, go there. That's a double bottom, isn't it? That's a double bottom. Agree?
Mm.
And look at
Yes.
the run. Look at the run from 7155 to 7320. 170 pips run.
Mm.
So will it be prudent to go for the patterns or not?
No, no, absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely. Answer is absolutely yes. Next
Yeah,
question.
yeah. Good.
Any other question?
So, so what is the then? What are the main difference between end of day and intraday, other than the time frame?
More make money. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. That is the answer. That is the answer. Why? How? I'll come to Marty. I've not forgotten your question. I'll come to that. But I want to be make sure that everyone exhausted, including Arindam and Sri, who are actually showing interest in the intraday questions, because the Ronak is kind enough to share his screen. Nishanti, don't think that I would not ask any question if you are not asking questions. Same with Nasir and Balinder. If you think that you can join the group and sleep, please. All right. So.
Okay. So then I'm listening.
Yeah. All right. So.
Ronak, just another couple of questions, two more questions. Yeah. So
Yeah, $100 each.
okay, no worries. I check your credit card.
No.
Okay, so these range bars are what is the is it what is the range here? It is 20 pips. Yeah.
No, we'll not answer that question unless and until you are enrolling. Sorry.
Yeah, we're not
Mm,
giving everything
mm,
away.
sorry.
No,
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see. Okay, no
Mm-hmm.
worries. So what is the stop loss here?
No, we'll not answer that question, Sri. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello? You are exhausted. Yeah. All right. Arindam, any
No,
questions?
you made me exhausted.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thanks for that. I'm very, yeah. Arindam, any question on that? Any
I
questions
got a feel. I got a feel of this one.
on intraday? Do you?
No, no, I got a feel of the
Okay, fantastic. Very good. Thanks, Thanks, Ronak. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
one more question on this. What are this blue and yellow? These are the dynamic support and resistance,
No, we'll not
or
answer
is it
that
a
question.
Bollinger Band?
We'll not answer that question. Next.
Okay. What's up?
So,
What's up on that?
Ronak, please stop presenting.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks very much. Thanks for that, Ronak. Really appreciate. And then before I go to answer Marty's question, I would answer. I'll request question one from each to Arindam and share his experience, and Marty on one of the topic which already discussed while Ronak was sharing his screen is. How many or how little is good or bad. So Arindam, just to, before Arindam says in his own mouth, I would say Arindam is over 3 months old or 4 months old and baby here in trading, but he has a concept of watching or observing and deeply observing. That's what Ronak said, breadth and what, Ronak? Depth.
Yep.
Depth and breadth. Yep. So, and Arindam selected only one instrument to study the entire 3 months with me. Arindam, would you like to share your thoughts why you did that on Bajaj Finance? One.
yeah. something which is fundamentally good, not a junk stuff. You
Okay.
can always trade on a junk also. That's nothing wrong. So fundamentally, there is a good stuff, and there is a volatility on that. It's a good stuff with a volatility on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. So you get a uh, easily 5% volatility in a month, top to bottom. Obviously, you're not able to catch a 5% range always, but there's a volatility. So that's good, and it's very predictable. It follows the rule. That's what we are checking earlier day. It just follows the rule book. Almost the rule book follows. If I share the chart, you'll see it. You can see the chart
Okay,
also.
I'll stop presenting.
And
I'll
yeah,
stop presenting. Hold on. Give me a.
I can show you the chart. It's like it
So
just
it's
follows the
present
rule like anything.
This I really love it. I really love people sharing their experience wholeheartedly, and we are all learning from each other. Yeah, that's fantastic. Thanks, Ronak. Thanks, Arindam. Really very good. Really appreciate. Everyone can see Arindam's this
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good.
not yet.
Not
I
here.
still says
You see that?
presenting.
Yes.
Can you see that now?
Yes.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah. In yeah, I can see. Sri can see. See Nishanti can see. What about Ronak? Wait, Arindam. Wait, Arindam. Let us see
I
here. Ronak,
I don't know. It's still not coming up on my.
can you refresh? Mati, Valinder, Nasir.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, everyone.
It's good on my screen.
Yeah.
I can see.
Ronak, you have not paid the internet connection fee, I think.
Nah, done. I'm back.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Go, Arindam. Thank you.
Okay. So this follows pretty rule book basically. So if you see, now we are what we are me and Partha was doing was trying to see whether it is forming a head and shoulder. That is what we are trying to watch now. So we saw two shoulders and we're just waiting to see whether it breaks the neckline here. So it's touching the neckline every day almost and
Yeah.
touching the validation also. So it
Yeah.
is going both the sides.
Yeah.
So you can't take a trade here probably.
Yeah.
Stop
It is
here.
going
Stop here, Arindam. Thank you. Thank you. Arindam said validation. Those of you who are older than Arindam, no. Don't stop presenting.
okay.
I'll just counter check the understanding of other people. Those of you who are senior to Arindam, 3 months or 4 months, what is validation in head and shoulder?
Validation
Valid.
head and shoulder is a break of this neckline which is presented in front of us.
That is for going a trade, and when this head and shoulder itself will be invalidated. That's what Arindam said. Validation.
If it's taken out by the of the head.
No. Anyone?
When the trend line is broken, doesn't matter whether it's upside or downside.
Which
Like
trend
if it's
line?
down,
Which trend line, Valinder?
if the upside trend line, like the sloping head to right hand side shoulder, if it's broken, then it's
Head
falling.
to the right hand side, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got 100 out of 100, Bolinder. Yeah, very good, excellent. So that's what I like the language being used by Arindam. We say it is a most important line, but he is using validation. So once the head to the right hand shoulder line is broken, as Bolinder said, we have to entirely delete this structure. Go, Arindam, please. Sorry.
Yeah. So this is what we are trying to watch and see where it goes. Either it goes down. Fundamentally, is a very strong. Our company is fundamentally strong. The instrument is fundamentally
It
strong.
has gone from 4,000 to 8,000, isn't it,
Yeah.
Arindam?
You
Yeah.
see the instrument. Yeah. This is the story of the instrument in last 1 year.
Wow.
So instrument is fundamentally strong. So that guy going breaking a neckline, going down drastically, probably not possible. It may go down a little bit for a correction, but this is one of the
So the
strong
other
points.
one, TCS.
Yeah, yeah. You see this way, this guy is like follows the book even more rigorously.
Arindam is operating out of Bangalore, so he is showing. He is using a different chart with a different instruments. Yeah, these are big Marty. These are big companies, very big companies in India. Uh,
I like it.
TCS, I like it. Wherever the
This
money, yeah.
guy
Tata
just for half
Consultancy.
an
Yeah.
hour
Mm.
saw a head and shoulder,
Yeah.
and week before last week we are thinking. I was thinking this is going to be a uh, swing high or not. Partner's comment was that probably is going to be a swing high. Seeing the
When the right hand side
shoulder
was not there. Yeah. When the right hand side was not
not
there.
there,
Hmm.
Partner's comment is going to be swing high, and we got a swing high. So we got a shoulder, and then it broke the neckline very next day. the target here now. I plotted the target. I'm watching to see whether it goes to the target and breaks it, goes further below. Now there are two things. There is a support line, probably it will come up here. There is a support line comes here. This target, if it breaks, probably it will go down to here because that was the last resistance.
Yeah.
It might go up there. And if you see this guy, this follows the rule basically. If you see the chart, you're like it goes. This support line is maintained. This support line is maintained. And so a couple of instruments we are seeing. There's three instruments we are watching basically, which is following the book.
Absolutely brilliant. So that's possibly answer your question, Sri. Why only one and one? Why
There's
not?
another funny guy I will show you.
Yeah, go.
This is a junk, but following the book. I will just take off here. It's not a long-term investment. Never invest in this long-term. It's a funny stock.
I'll only ask one question to Marty. Marty, can you please pronounce the company name, please? It's on the top right hand corner. Uh,
You're gonna laugh at me.
Arindam, can you? What?
You Japan?
You went. Oh, Marty, I love it. Yeah, fantastic.
That's terrible.
So,
This guy,
Arindam, go.
it was a superstar before COVID. Okay, 400 odd range. COVID took him down to 125. It went up, went up, went up. This is the gap you see. There is a regulatory announcement happened, so they took the right. Could not hold it to the right. There's a huge issue in the company, but you see, it could not go down below the COVID. It just
Uncanny.
hit the point and came back.
Absolutely to the dot.
To the dot, it point hit the point and came back.
Hmm.
Not
This.
as bad as COVID days, basically. And now it's probably forming a bottom.
And let me remind all of us that Arindam is only 4 months old here.
Very good. Yeah.
But he has known you for 10 years, so that adds.
30 years.
Very
That is Ronak. Unbelievable.
So this is on the watch list for me. This is on the watch list.
Fantastic. Any question to Arindam from anyone?
How's Bangalore?
Hmm.
Fantastic. Best city to live in.
I was in Bangalore for 6 years.
So you know it.
Yep.
Are you from Bangalore, Ronak? No, no.
Nah, nah, nah.
You are from good Jubai.
So you know
So-
the money.
yes. Now I'll ask Nasir a question. Nasir is another young guy, very young, 2 or 3 months, and again thanks to Nasir for spreading the gospel of word or word of mouth and introducing his friends. Thanks, Nasir. Nasir is studying Pakistani stocks as Arindam did Indian stocks. Nasir, are you ready, or would you like to share your thoughts on the and you'll be presenting for next 5 minutes? Nasir, if you want,
Yeah, sure.
please
I
do that.
haven't started any live trading or demo trading yet. I'm still learning, but what I'm learning from you, I'm doing back testing, and I'm really confident that in future, under your supervision, I'll be fine.
Thank you for the nice comments. What I wanted to tell you is, please share your screen and show us the practice task you did on Pakistani shares, please.
Hang on.
Just go to your sent item. You will find all of the items you sent to me, unless and until you are sending to someone else. I don't know.
No, 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 I'm not
Ronak.
receiving any.
No, I haven't received any.
Nasir. Yeah, please do present now, and then
Just give me.
present is the fourth icon from the bottom and the middle.
What's the Pakistani stock exchange like? Is it
It's,
upside down?
it's very good, exactly similar to, yeah, it's possibly at times better than Nifty.
Do we have that on what is it called? What is their index called?
It's KSC 100.
Karachi, Karachi
Karachi
stock.
Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
KSC 100, is it?
Yeah.
It's skyrocketed. It is even more than Nifty. Unbelievable. And all the companies you have in India, you have their counterpart or original or or sister company in Pakistan. Unbelievable. Are you comfortable, Nashid, to find that button on the present now?
Yeah.
Please click on that and go to your email, and then
hold on.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
Uh, where I need to.
See on the middle of your screen, you have microphone, video, and then CC, and then up arrow within a box.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, please click on that up arrow on that inside a box
Yes.
and entire screen, and select entire screen. Next, I'll ask Nishanti to talk about Sri Lankan shares.
So you got a Asia
Asia
Pacific.
Pacific,
Mm.
absolutely.
I have no idea. What's a
Eh,
Trinday?
Brilliant, Nashir, you did it. Very good.
KSC 100 up 532 bar.
It's better than him. Yeah, sometimes it is
Yeah.
better. Yeah, I can see your screen, Nashir. It is coming. So yeah,
Okay.
please go to your sent folder. Sent folder. A little bit. Yeah, inbox start. Yeah, it will be a bit below. Yeah, yeah. Drag that. Drag that. No, no, no. You have inbox, start, and snoozed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, drag that down. Yeah, drag it down, 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 down. Yeah, go to send. Click on send. Thanks. Brilliant. Now start with the last one, October 2nd. See, Nasir is only 3 months or 2 months old, and he's doing a brilliant practice task. So click one by one on those sent items and let the picture come. Go down. Yeah, click on that. Brilliant. Good job done, Nasir. Yeah, please, your thoughts. He is only 2 months and he's practicing swing high, swing low, peaks and troughs and trend line. Go, Nasir. What have you done here? What is this? This is crude oil, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is swing low,
Mm-hmm.
and the next swing low is here. This one,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the swing high, and
Mm-hmm.
that swing high is not taken out yet, so it's not confirmed yet.
Hmm.
That trend line is not confirmed.
So what is this trend line now known as? Tentative.
Uh, Tentative, yeah,
Brilliant.
tentative trend line.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
Fantastic.
and this one, that's swing low. The next swing low is here. That swing high. That high is taken out, so that's confirmed trend line.
Very good. Now go back and go to your Pakistan. Next, yeah, no, yeah, no, on this, yeah, and again sent item or in the right hand corner. Yeah, next one. Yeah, Nasir practice task. Yeah, this is what? Which company? Pakistan. I can see Pakistan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ANZL. It's Agran 9 Limited Pakistan company.
Okay. What does it do? Do you know? AZNL?
No, no, not
Agriculture
sure.
company, isn't it?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
technical traders, we don't know anything. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
So here it's a downtrend.
Hmm.
That's the swing high.
Hmm.
The next swing high is here. That's
Hmm.
swing low. So
Hmm.
it's tentative again because
Hmm.
it's low is not taken out yet.
Brilliant. Excellent. Next one. This is Amazon.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing different things, just
Mm-hmm.
back testing everything. So
Mm-hmm. So Nasir is going through share trading, and because he is having the opportunity to trade Australasia share as well as Pakistan share, so he's exploring KAC, Karachi Stock Exchange, and Australian Stock Exchange. All right, Nasir, any
Yeah.
question to Nasir?
No, no, all
Thank
good.
you.
Well
Thank you.
done. Keep up the good work, Nasir.
yeah, thank you. So this
Fantastic.
one I was a bit confused.
Go.
Uh, uh,
Yes, this
this
is the
one,
one I wanted to comment. Yeah, very good.
yeah, this
Yeah.
one because I thought this one is outside bar, so I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
So this one I should take this one as well. So
Yeah. Anyone to answer Nasir's question? Whether that is a swing low or not? Keep the cursor there, please. Swing, Nasir. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone? Is that a swing low? It is. Balinda says it is. So the
yeah,
Outside bar can be swing high and swing low.
yes.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Sri.
Not a trough, but swing low.
Yeah, that's exactly correct, Arindam. Yeah, that is the problem with outside bar and inside bar. But the advantage, but the that is a limited issue with outside and inside bar. Why? Because outside bars and inside bars appears only 7% of the time. So that means what? If we have 100 bars in front of us, 7 bars at the most would be outside or inside. So that's a small number, isn't it? But to answer
Yeah.
your question, Nasir, that will be a swing low. Yes.
So but if I take this one, but
Mm.
there is no swing high in between.
Exact. No, yeah, that's correct. But but the swing high would be the same high of that. In yeah.
Yeah, this one will be. My bad. Asking this one again.
Yeah, correct.
This swing low is right, but the on the
No,
swing
swing
high
low
is
is
very
not correct. The swing, no, that is not the last swing low. Swing low would be the for next hammer. Go left, go left, little bit, little bit, little bit. Yeah, that's the one.
this one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This
So,
one, and then that will be
exactly.
the high.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. But that will be an invalid trend line because there is no swing high X yeah, between. Yeah, fantastic. Thank
No,
you.
but that's the
Yeah,
swing high,
that's
is it?
correct. That's correct. That's swing
Yeah,
high. That's the problem with outside bars.
yeah.
Any other question, Nashir?
No, no. So far,
Thank you. Thanks, Etam. You can now stop sharing, please. Very good. So on the in the middle, you have stop sharing. Very good. Excellent. Fantastic. Now I will present and. And who has not spoken? Valinder has not spoken. Valinder, would you like to share something from your experience or anything? Valinder, you are there? Okay, fantastic. Thank you. All right. Now I'll come to, okay, before I go, answer Marty's question, I'll ask Marty one question in line with Arindam has already answered in form of Bajaj Finance and TCS and Ujjivan. Pronunciation, Marty, my dear, is Ujjivan. All right. Marty, please add your understanding of why we have one only to trade out of the 8 indices. Can you please explain? I mean, Marty has recently completed. Marty is one phenomenon trader. He is doing everything A to Z with us, and he recently has joined us. And recently he completed indices trading. I want to hear from his mouth that why we choose only one to trade at a time out of the 8 indices. Marty, please, in indices.
Okay. Not so much indices, but probably all asset classes. Maybe not so much Forex, but with indices, we see that the index ASX or S&P 500, Dow Jones, the Nifty 50, whatever, they all seem very correlated. So when the Dow Jones or the S&P 500 move, they all move together. So if we have 1% risk on one of them, if we are trading 3 of those at the same time, that's nearly equivalent to 3% due to diversification. About as much as I want to say about that part.
Brilliant. Thank you, Marty. Yeah, everyone understood what Marty said. Marty is saying that because what he said, I'll just demonstrate in front of you in the next 2 minutes. Marty says because they are extremely highly correlated, the same reason why I got stuck in this for last 15 minutes, and I'm asking Arindam, asking Marty, asking Ronak, everyone to talk where on less is more in trading, because this is an extremely important aspect in trading. Is one is discipline, one is emotional control of greed and fear. Sorry, and the other one is the understanding and the belief is less is more. Our brain from last 30 years, if you are working, is telling us that the more you work, the more you get paid through overtime, through rapport building, through everything. So none of us who when we are doing 9 to 5 job used to go to home at home 5 o'clock. We used to go to from 5:30, 6:30, claiming overtime, taxi fare, blah blah blah. So the bottom line of that is the more you strain yourself, the more you spend time, the more you get in a paycheck. That was the initial belief, but still valid. Am I correct or wrong?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is our subconscious mind, which is being registering this for last 30, 20, 40 years, depending on our age. All of a sudden now we are introducing to trading, and we are saying repetitively, less is more, less is more, less is more, less is more. So if I am if I am the amygdala of my brain, if I am the subconscious brain of my every one of us is having. So subconscious mind will say, okay, this fellow is telling me 100 times that less is more, but I have registered in my memory 100,000 times that more is more. So what it will continue to do? It will continue to do believe that more is more, isn't it? That's how we actually brain works. To brain actually in trading works against us to prevent us. That's the I don't know the in the English. It is a paradox. Is it a climax? I don't know. Horrible. So that's why I'm heavily against my subconscious mind in trading. Subconsciously training, it is the only way you can do. Consciously train your subconscious mind to believe the opposite, because it is not a hard mentality, HERD. We have to be exactly opposite what to the herds are believing. When the herds are selling on this big bar, we will be buying. So that subconscious mind will not support us, but we have to consciously train the subconscious mind. All right, so that is all about less is more. That's why we trade only one ASX, one GBP in intraday trading. Did I answer your question, Sri?
Okay, again, why GBP only?
Because it has been tested as the most as Arindam said, more volatile and more volatile instruments, and that is more best opportunity in that GBP. And GBP, I don't know whether you know it or not, till now London is without, even with after the separation of the EU, European Union, it is still considered as the financial capital of the world. Do you know that? Not New York, not Hong Kong. Possibly New York and Hong Kong would be very close contender, but yeah, London is still, yeah.
Okay, that is fine.
Okay. Now coming back to Marty's question, as per Paul Tudor Jones, above 200 is often. That's a wonderful way. This is one of the best software I have ever used. Go to full line, make it line. I'll show you the magic, and then go this. So this is look like this, isn't it?
Yeah, yes,
Now Paul is my mentor, so what Paul is telling me now is color this. So while color this is this. How good is that?
okay,
So green means up, green means up, green means up, green means up. Make sense?
yeah,
So this is the easiest way to remember, and we can make this as full. So red means down. Yeah, red means that this is Paul. This is Paul teaching us. Paul teaching Partha Banerjee and all of you who wants to be a student of Paul, who has made millions, billions out of trading. So he's telling us that only take long when it is green, only go short when it is red, do nothing when it is nothing, and then only go long when it is here. Can we catch the bottom 1/8, and can we catch the top 1/8? Any one of you consistently? That means what? Can you go long here and can you go short here?
no,
No way, no way. That's why we say, and Marty knows this after reading the book of Jesse Livermore, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. How many of you have read this? Reminiscence of Stock Operator. Marty, what did you learn reading this book?
I learned the difference between an old man and a young man.
and
So
and what is the difference between the old man and the new man?
the old man is wise,
Yeah.
like the and slow and efficient, like the turtle, but the young man is like the rabbit and just goes for everything that he sees.
Very well said. I used to talk when I'm with Marty. I used to say, when we have not seen the right hand side, after I have actually literally requested Marty to go through this book. I request again all of you to read this book, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator by Jesse Livermore. Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, written by Edwin. What is the pronunciation, Marty? I am stuck. Lefebvre?
Not,
Huh?
not much help here. He's French, isn't he?
Yeah, it's French. Yeah. What is the pronunciation, Nishanti?
Levoir, like
Left.
voir, I don't know.
Ooh. So for free.
We'll stick to Edwin L.
Yeah, that's it, Edwin. Very good. Yeah, very good. It's the best book possibly written by anyone, and free PDFs are also available. You can download. And then he was a Jesse Livermore. Jesse Livermore was this Jesse Livermore was the stock trader, and he made millions. He lost millions, and during 1920s around that time. And then these books is I have read almost 600 700 books on psychology and how our brain works and trading, but I think this is the most lucid books, the most the lucid way the book is written. The other one is Think and Grow Rich. How many of you read that book?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Can you share your
I
experience?
read
Now
it
you
more
talk.
still.
Now you talk. Please go. I'll give you 5 minutes, Nishanti. Three can talk about Think and Grow Rich.
And I read that at least once a month, or like more than that really.
Go.
They have
Then,
like small version of audio, like
hmm,
40 minutes,
hmm,
and then it's really good.
And what have you
Really
learned
good
from
one.
this Napoleon Hill book of Think and Grow
Oh my
Rich?
god, I think it's one of the best book ever written in the history, I guess. Like, yeah, it's everything there. I think everyone should read it. Like, and then yeah, it's just really good if you want to be, I guess
Mhm.
yeah, it's really it's give you that this principle, like explain all the basic principle. I guess getting rich, and it's really good, and everyone yeah follow all that.
Mhm. Yes, excellent. Thanks, Anishanti. Yes, so this is I think one of the another best book you can ever read is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon. Very old book, and what is it all about? Is nothing. This fellow was given a job. This fellow was given a job by the steel tycoon of United States back in 1900. Who was he? Who was the person who invented steel manufacturing in United States? Uh, who? Who? No, Tata is India. Carnegie.
Yeah, Carnegie, Andrew Carnegie.
Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie. And yeah, this fellow, Napoleon Hill, was given a job without a penny. He will not be given any penny. So, without a penny, to interview all the successful businessmen then, and come back to Carnegie, what he learns. That's why I always ask Arindam, what have you learned from this trade? Nishanti, what have you learned from this book? And then Marty, what have you learned from that book? Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. So he started the interview process with whom? Nishanti?
Not just 1 year, like few. Yeah, he done like few of them. Andrew Carnegie, one of them.
He started
Um,
the interview with Henry Ford.
yeah, Henry Ford. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, just few more. But then he's dead. I think it's because of the chocolate cake.
Cohort chocolate cake.
No, not hot chocolate, and no chocolate cake.
Birthday
Birthday.
birthday.
Ronak, you want to add something?
Nah, no, I'm feeling lazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Now look at this lady who has having the fortunate birthday on first of this month, and for last 3 days she is eating chocolates.
Chocolate.
My goodness.
It's always birthday. It's always birthday.
That you know. All right. When Napoleon Hill actually went to Ford Motor Company and saw the one guy, Carnegie asked him to go to meet Henry Ford, and he said he went to the factory and he said, "In next 1 minute I'll complete the story. Who is Henry Ford? I want to interview him." Someone in the from the labor force said that he is the person, and Henry Ford at that time actually was below a lifted car, and he was all around all around the place, and then he was doing something in repairing or finding something in the car, and when he came out he saw from a distance he saw, how can he be the person whom Carnegie has asked me to interview for a future leader? So that's how he started. It's an excellent book, and he has out of the 300 odd pages, which is there, 15 million copies sold. 12 points we have listed from in our NP Financials. The 12 points in the commodity trading, Marty, in the last sessions we had, isn't it?
Yes, the 12 points. I could not repeat them to you at this moment, Father. Sorry.
Okay, so the 12 points which are the crux of from that book, and we have taken from him, is how to grow rich, or how to grow rich in every aspect, not only money, but in life, and then in every sphere of life. Because trading is very simple, it is a very small part of life. Life is very big, very complicated, and this is one bug which you need to fix in urgency. You have to press once before you go to module 1 unit 1, and module 1 unit 1 of any course on like commodity or share trading like that. We need to actually press 20 times this is the second bug which we have in the back end, enter key. Sorry for this, and thank you for your understanding. And this is the 12 points which we copy pasted from there. And the first thing, according to author of the book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, the 12 qualities required for personal achievement, not for money making money, for personal achievement are: first is positive mental attitude, second, sound physical health, third, harmony in human relations, fourth, freedom of fear, last, financial security. But till now, with hierarchy of who is that fellow in the HR or in the whose hierarchy? Maslow. 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 For last 40 years, Maslow taught us that roti kapda makan. First, we need to have food. First, we have to need money to buy the food. Then we have to need to have the money to build the roof, that is a house, and then in between we need to have clothes. So that is Maslow hierarchy of achievement, and now this is Napoleon Hill's hierarchy of personal achievements. I leave it to you to decide whom to follow, Maslow or and this fellow, um, Napoleon Hill. All right, coming back to Marty's question, I have not forgotten neither I'm answering his question. All right, those of you who have forgotten Marty's question is, I understand, well, Paul, I understand you and NP Financials that above 200 is buy. I cannot actually buy. Now I'll pause here. I'll pause here and then ask same questions which I used to ask Marty 100 times, and Marty will answer this question. If I have gone long, yeah, from this, if I, from anywhere from here, now I change this to bars. Marty already know the answer, but yes, I'll ask him anyway. So
I know an answer, but it's the right one.
okay, yeah. So I'll ask question. If this is all sellers out and we buy here on the triple or a quadruple bottom, everyone understands triple bottom, quadruple bottom. Nasir, Arindam. Yeah, if I buy from here, and then if I am here, I went up to the point here where now I'm answering Marty's question of trend and counter trend. Supposing I'm going long here, and market went up to this 7% in 45 days, 511 pips. It can be $511 or $51 or $5,110 or $51,000, depending on your pocket. If Paul is big, he's in billions. So if he's putting $1,000 a point, this 511 points is how much? Can anyone tell? If Paul is putting $1,000 a pip, and he is here, how much he has pocketed? $1,000 per pip.
Million, 5 million.
Yeah, five. Huh?
500,000.
Five. 511,000. 511,000. So 500. He's putting $1,000. He is putting $1,000 per pip. $1,000 per pip per point, and he market has given him, because he believes in 200, 511 pips. So what is the answer of this this thing is half a million, 511,000. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Anyone do not agree with this mathematics? Everyone agrees.
Clear.
Hmm? Everyone agrees? Okay, very good. So he has pocketed 511,000 in 45 days in one of a simple trade. Now we are here. Now we are here, and Paul, he is a big guy. He believes in his business system, like us. And the market has, after few days, market has come down to 255 pips. Now I'll ask the question to Marty. Marty, what do you do? Will you close the position here according to the old man which you referred in the book Reminiscence of a Stock Operator?
Absolutely not.
Why? What the old man will say?
We would say we would have to break one, as the old man Partha would say. We
Yes,
cannot break two,
that's the old man
as
Partha.
Uncle would say.
That's the old man Partha says, isn't it?
That's
But
correct.
but the actual old man from the book, what he said?
He said, I will hold on to my position because if I don't, I'll lose my position.
Yes, that is the sentence. He says, "I will lose my position." So what he will do in 1900 when Jesse Livermore asked him a question, why don't you book profit here? Why don't you book profit here? Book profit, book profit. He will force the old man, and this is fact actually, not fictions. Book profit. And Livermore was 26 and the old man was 20, 72 years old. And old man would say only one phrase to Jesse Livermore, I would lose my position. So what does it mean? He means that if I am going long, if the market is going up, I will lose my position. Let's see what happens. Isn't it? Who is correct? 26 or 72 years old?
The old man
The
rocks.
old man rocks. Everyone understood this simple concept?
Yeah. So
Okay.
just the first is that is the swing low. That's the first, and second one is the this one is it at the April
Sorry. This.
first low, break one. It
Okay.
cannot even break the
Okay.
first
Now
one.
you are
Only
okay, asking a separate. Okay. I'll answer your question next. First, I'll answer Marty's question. Yeah. So Marty, question was, mm, mm, mhm. uh, when do I understand that the possible counter trend? Counter trend is an easy word, but we at NP Financials we have practiced it replacing counter trend by impulsive and corrective. Corrective is the thing which I will stuck. Marty, you are all right with corrective?
Yeah, so I'm looking at when we would go opposite a trend move. So
Hmm.
I'm looking at a counter trend move,
Hmm.
and possibly I'm looking at when we would go short in a long trend, whether it's a trend line break or otherwise.
Very good, excellent. So everyone understood what Marty says? Marty says when it is easy to understand with our histograms. Histograms are nothing but the cumulative effect of buyers committed, controlling, eagerness, and willing, and red histograms committed, commitment, willing, and eagerness to sell. He is asking if it is above 200 and buy, but when should I sell? There is two answers to his question. One is when it becomes when it forms a pattern, either head and shoulder or double top or double bottom. In this case, double bottom or in double top, head and shoulder. And then the second is it can break one, cannot break two. Our concept, I will explain. And then third is break up a trend line. This end of day is a little bit noisy, but I'll stick to this. And when we were here, when we are at this point, when we are here at this point, when you were here, what we have done, as Arindam has demonstrated, if you remember what he has demonstrated, is, and Nasir also now is doing the same thing, what both of them have demonstrated is our job is to draw the trend lines, isn't it? So quickly, if we are here, our job is to draw the swing low, this swing low. If you have not trained your eyes, please train your eyes. So this is the last trend line we have had in our chart, isn't it? Everyone agrees?
yep.
Yeah. So I'll go one. Yeah. So up to this point, skyrocketing, ASX is skyrocketing in a daily basis, and we are following. So how to the Ronok said he is going one step in his own to trail the stop loss. It is up to him. So what we can in the same scenario, what we do is we keep on drawing trend lines, because the break up an impending trend line is the possible reversal. So this was the trend line initially. Agree?
Yeah.
Agree.
No,
Agree.
there
Agree.
was one more swing low before this one.
Which one, my dear friend? This one.
This one.
Oh wow, Valinder, you are not sleeping, mate. You are genius. All right. Everyone agrees this is a trend line.
Yeah, that's the first one. Then
First one. This is the second
second.
one,
Yep. Yep.
and then this is the third,
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
and this is the fourth.
Yep.
No, because there is no swing high in between
Uh,
these. See, Nasir, this is only three bars, and there is a swing, two swing low and one swing high, isn't it?
Yep.
This is an extreme example of a valid trend line.
Yep.
Only two swing lows and in between one swing high, and that too, it is not an outside bar, isn't it?
No, no.
yeah.
Yep.
So I always say market can and will do whatever it does. So I cannot join these to this, isn't it? Because there is no swing high.
Yep.
And then this was the last one which is drawn in front of you. So in the progressive way, what we do, we delete the ones which market is not respecting. Not respecting means it does not breaking one and two. I'll come to that. So I'll delete this one, I'll delete this one. Are you okay with me?
Yep.
I'm keeping this one, Marty. Now, so Marty asked what to do, when to go short. So if we are going long and denoting by this symbol of we are going long on this turning point, going long on this turning point, we'll explain what is turning point, going long on this turning point. And then we'll where to go short. We'll go short when the trend line breaks. First thing first, isn't it? Or a double top, or a relative divergence. Now, is there a double top here, my dear friend?
No.
Yes,
No.
yes. This is the double top. Anyone agrees? Is this a swing low? High 71.4, and this is 69 points. So this is a swing high. Everyone agrees,
Yep.
Yeah.
and that is a swing high. Everyone agrees.
Yeah.
So is this happening after an uptrend?
Yeah.
Is this happening at the top right hand corner?
Yeah.
So if all the four criteria are got tick mark, why this is not a double top? This is double top because this is a swing high, this is a swing high. In between, we have a swing low. Everyone agrees?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. So our job is to identify this swing low. The problem, those of you, no one is correct, no one is wrong. I can be wrong 80% of the time, but fortunately, for last 6 10 years, I'm not. And the people who said immediately it is not a double top, only because they have not trained their eyes enough to identify this as a swing low high, isn't it?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. So my job is to identify, train my eyes. That's what we are doing in modules and units, to train our eyes to identify this is swing high, this is swing high, and this in between swing low. Yeah. So
Yeah.
our job is to draw this and then drop a vertical line from the vertical line. Where are you? You are here. So vertical line from this one to here, isn't it?
Mm,
And wait for this to be broken, and then our target would be, if this is broken, our target would be here. Everyone remember this mathematical definition of a A class double top?
yeah.
Anyone having any questions? Okay, now I answer again Marty's question, which I'm trying to do for last 20 minutes. so so I will go short, seeing this double top and possible target with from 7,600 to 7,400, 200 pips. I'll go short if this trend line is broken, and first, and second, if it breaks one, it can break two and cannot break two. If it breaks two, I'll go short. Let's see what happened. Marty, you are with me?
Partha, can you please add the 200 moving average
I think
on
it's
this chart?
I think it's there. It's here.
Oh, yes,
Mm.
sorry, I
No,
didn't see
no,
it.
no worries. No worries. Apart from that, are you with me, Marty?
with you.
Okay. So I'll go bar by bar now. Now I am waiting for this trend line to be broken. But according to NP Financials, that will be the what is the definition of a break? Quickly.
Close below, low taken out.
Before that, touch. So three things has to happen: touch, close below, low taken out. All right. So touch. This fellow has touched, close below. Is it a break?
No, not yet.
Low to be
It will
taken
not
out.
confirm that.
No, but theoretically the break
Break.
is here. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Right.
yeah, if we are entering here, our stop loss would be here and our target would be here.
Yeah.
Let's see. We reached our target. Okay. So Marty, to answer your question, so when to go short in a long trend, because we are above 200 does not mean that it will go to 40,000 tomorrow. It will possibly go to 10,000, but not tomorrow. So it will do impulsive corrective, impulsive corrective. So this was the impulsive. Now it is time to do corrective. How do I understand the corrective is happening so that I can take short? First thing first, trend line break. Number one, Marty. Number two, close below one. Sorry, it can break one, cannot break two. Number two, and we are short from here. Did I answer your question, Marty? After 15 minutes.
Just.
Yeah. Any?
Nice. Good. Yes, you did.
Yeah, very good. All right. Anyone having any other question? Now it is the 4 minutes past five, and look at this neckline. How long it played with it, isn't it? How strong is this? This is the end of day, and for last 15 days, market is not doing anything, isn't it? Anyone having last minute questions? All good.
Very good. Thank you.
Everyone,
Thanks very much. Beautiful.
thank you. Thank all of you for coming out with tremendous ideas of WhatsApp group and then deciding on one instrument we have not decided. Ronak, you want to do
What's that?
one instrument, second idea you gave, or next time?
Yeah, we'll do it next time now.
That we'll discuss next time. One instrument, I prefer that very in a extremely disciplined way. Before Monday, I actually go through all my lists. Not only top five. In top five, we have sterling. See, as per me. So crude oil, sterling, gold, Australian because we are in Australia, cash index, and natural gas. Right. So whether it is top five or futures or commodities or shares or 2020 selection or all-time high, all-time low, or cryptos. So out of all these, we will have 50 of them. So before Monday, I start 9 o'clock and preferably in evening after I take a break of 2-3 hours. Now again, I'll come back here in 8 o'clock and then scan these markets for next week opportunity exactly the way my dear friend Ronak said. I'll not identify one instrument. One instrument I'll identify for blog writing as I'm doing for last 6 years. I write only one. This is a very difficult task to select one out of the 60 and be consistent on that successful in 80% of the time, isn't it? What do you think? First of all, the hardest thing is to select the one which Ronak has given us. We'll try our best, but I take that challenge because it's the way I do. And then I'll talk to you in your next class, respective classes. Thank you. Thanks a ton for your time and effort and understanding and everything.
Oh, good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye. See you later.
Bye now.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.